What is up, guys? I just did this video on static website hosting research and benefits and discussions and stuff like that. And after I finished it and published my post, I went back to GitHub, and instead of looking for static hosting or static web hosting or static website hosting, I just decided to look at static, just static by itself. So I went at least several pages deep into these searches and have opened up some of these bookmarks. And I'm going to put a list of some of these assets that seem promising for static site generation on the blog post that you can find below this video. Okay, so let's open some of these up here. Obviously, we already had Jekyll on our list. So in the blog post, you can basically consider all those other options, like these here, as things that were pertaining and coming up in searches directly related to static website hosting. This is more about kind of searching through the reads here and just using that static keyword on GitHub so that we can find more things that are potentially applicable. So the first big option is ViewPress, and it's stapled here as minimalistic view-powered static site generator. So Vue is a JavaScript framework, I believe, for Node, and as you can see, it's got 14,000 stars on GitHub, 14K, so that's pretty good. That seems pretty well supported. Let's take a look here. So ViewPress, like WordPress, I guess, view-powered static site generator. So that's pretty cool. I'm definitely going to bookmark this in my GitHub search on static folder. And moving on, we've got, now this one kind of made me sit up in my chair a little bit. This one's called Screenshot to Code, a neural network that transforms a design mockup into a static website. So that is, I mean, screenshot to code, that sounds pretty wild. You know, I don't know exactly if it's precisely what I'm thinking, but okay. The neural network converts the image into HTML markup. Oh. Give a design image to the trained neural network. The neural network converts the image into HTML markup, rendered output. Boom. Ooh, fancy. Run on Floyd Hub. Click this button to open Workspace on Floyd Hub, where you will find the same environment and dataset used for the Bootstrap version. You can also find the trained models for testing. TensorFlow. Okay, so this is actually a machine learning program. And this is fancy. I definitely got to bookmark this. Could spend a little while trying to figure out what exactly that is. Sort of Floyd Hub, and if it's something that's, you know, viable. Excuse me. Floyd Hub, fastest way to build, train, and deploy deep learning models. You focus on the science, we handle the stuff. So I guess it's a service for being able to do machine learning activities more easily. That sounds interesting. I better bookmark that. What's the price? Experience, okay. Maybe it's the parabola of machine learning. That would be amazing. I'm all about it. Okay. So let's see. Is there anything? Oh, I guess you deploy this into Floyd Hub, and then you use it inside of Floyd Hub. That's really cool. Anyways, so wow, mind-blowing right there, right? Okay, moving on. Netlify CMS So it sounds pretty straightforward. We already found Netlify earlier. Open source content management for your Git workflow. Use Netlify CMS with any static site generator for a faster and more flexible web project. CMS that developers and content generators can agree on. Hey, that's really cool. I am going to bookmark that. Okay, Pelican, static site generator that supports Markdown and REST syntax, powered by Python. Okay. Site generator that requires no database or server-side logic. Some of the features include write content in restructured text or Markdown, completely static output, easy to host anywhere. Themes can be customized via Jinja templates. Let me look at the Jinja. Publish content in multiple pages, or sorry, in multiple languages. I was spaced out for a second there. RSS feeds. Ooh, that's cool. Code syntax highlighting, import from WordPress, RSS feeds, and other services. Modular plugin system and corresponding plugin repository. Oh. Well, that's cool. Looks like the Git page is more up to date. See if it looks like it's okay. Let's look at these Jinja templates. Jinja is beautiful. Look at the code. Full-featured template engine for Python. It has full Unicode support, an optional integrated sandbox execution environment widely used, and BSD licensed. Powerful. One of the most powerful, one of the most used template engines for Python. It's expired by Django's templating system. Okay. I guess we should bookmark that too. Let me see. I should probably bookmark this first, then Jinja. All right, let's move on. Metalsmith, an extremely simple, pluggable, static site generator. Let's take a look. Markdown to HTML. That's interesting. Static site generator. You want to build a website or blog with a static site generator? Well, here's our elevator pitch. It's as easy as that. You want to try yourself. If it is really this easy, have a go. Okay, well, let's deploy to a server. Metalsmith and its plugins can be installed with npm. So node. Why is Metalsmith a pluggable static site generator? Task of a static site generator is to produce static build files that can be deployed to a web server. These files are built from source files. Basically, for a static site generator, this means from a source directory, read the source files and extract their information, manipulate the information, write the manipulated information to files into a destination directory. Okay, I'm not sure this is exactly what we're looking for, but I'm gonna bookmark it anyways, just because it's something. Pre-render SPA plugin. Pre-renders static HTML in a single page application. It's got 5K stars. Flexible framework agnostic static site generation for sites and SPAs built with Webpack. Okay, says it's out of date. npm install. Framework specific examples can be found here, vanilla, and then the popular stuff. That's not really what I'm looking for. Therefore, I will not bookmark that. Blended, a delicious blend of gulp tasks combined into a configurable asset pipeline in static site builder. Excuse me. Nope. Harp, static site server / generator with built-in pre-processing. Built-in pre-processing. Jade Markdown, a bunch of other stuff. No configuration necessary. Serves main CSS automatically. Preprocessors built in. That's cool, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. Wait. Automatically serves it in the browser as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now you can focus on writing instead of wrangling. I kind of just want an HTML file that I can throw down. I'm guessing that so I don't get how that works with Node. You install Node and npm on a server, and then I guess you build there, and then export it somewhere else, or it says inside of a server. I don't want to do that though. So forgive me if I'm being naive. I'm just ignorant of how this works. Blog writing client, Gridia. Let's look at this. Record life, mood, knowledge, notes, ideas. Theme market, sample site. Blog writing client. Custom label, custom menu. Not really clear how this works. It says static blog writing client. So is that a client for that specific site, or is it a client that allows you to then deploy to other blogs? Now that would be cool, because then you could deploy. Oh, look at that. JS Markdown. Maybe I should bookmark this just in case. It's developed in, I guess, Chinese, or it develops its Chinese, I guess. But if you could then just write your content and deploy to any site, that would be really cool. Any static site, now that would be amazing. Simple static site generator for photo essays. If you're into photography, you probably have folders of images and videos like this. Exposes a bash script that turns those images and videos into a photo essay similar to these. If you're not a fan of that look, medium style themes included. Okay. Oh, okay. So he's got like folders, and basically it's a script that lets people view. Oh, I see. Lets people view these photographs like this. So it's just like a bulk version of. It's slow though, golly. Well, it's not slow. It's just laggy. Bulk version of just serving photography. I'm gonna bookmark that because I think that that's interesting. It's very unique. Where's the build? Oh, it's old. I don't know if that's still supported, but okay. 11T, a simpler static site generator, an alternative to Jekyll. Okay. Transforms, a directory of templates of varying types into HTML. Ooh. Compile any files matching valid template file extensions in the current directory into the output folder. Well, it says it's similar to Jekyll, so I'm just going to bookmark it, but I don't know. Okay, moving on. Assemble. Get the rocks out of your socks. Assemble makes you fast at web development. Used by thousands of projects for rapid prototyping. Themes, scaffolds, boilerplates, ebooks, UI components, API documentation, blogs, building websites, static site generator, an alternative to Jekyll for GH pages and more. Gulp and grunt friendly. 3K stars. Assemble. Never been easier to leverage the full force of powerful frameworks like Bootstrap and Zerb. Foundation, Nothing can stop you now. That is not, I don't think that's what I'm looking for, but I'm going to bookmark it out of ignorance. Flexible site generator, Wintersmith, 3K stars. Minimalistic multi-platform site generator built on top of Node. Bundled JavaScript with Browserify. I like the minimalism. I sure do. It's built on top of Node. That's cool. I'm going to close that. Static site generator for designers uses Python and Django templates. Cactus. Not simple enough for my purposes. Lector static file content management system. Static file content management system. Lector. Flexible, powerful static content management system for building complex and beautiful websites out of flat files. For people who do not want to make a compromise between a CMS and a static blog engine, getting your ideas implemented is as easy as frying an egg. Does not look good though, guys. Why did you do that? "100% static HTML, and you can deploy them to any host." Okay, that's cool. Okay, so I guess the program is in some sort of server, and then it deploys into, so that might be part of my ignorance. I probably shouldn't have closed a lot of those because I was misunderstanding how they were wording how it works. how they're wording, how it works. So I guess you build inside of your server, and then you deploy into a you export, or however you want to put it, a static HTML file, and then it has the ability to deploy straight to these places. Okay. All source data is well structured and can be tracked in a version control system or cloud storage like Dropbox. Killer. Flat file database. All source data is stored in a flat file tree database and can be freely queried. Okay. Dependency tracking, customizable admin. Oh, sweet. Edit your pages without having to touch raw resource. Okay. Image tools, plugin system, loading plugins to customize. Okay. Python API, multilingual. Why would you make the API out of the API out of Python though? That's weird. Open source. Okay. What was this? So this really kind of leads into the topic of like static CMS. How did they put it? Static content management system. Static CMS. Because once you have place to store the files, like a good service, then you really just need something like this, I guess. Unless I guess that's kind of what, well, that's not exactly what some of those other ones we were looking at in the last video were talking about. This actually shows a real like content CMS. I have to look closer at some of this. Is definitely worth bookmarking. Let's see. Okay, moving forward. Zola, fast static site generator in a single binary with everything built in. Forget dependencies, everything you need in one binary. Shortcodes, internal links, make it easier to write your content. So the template engine, everything's going to be intuitive. The documentation, themes. Some of these things that are supposed to be about helping you generate a site, I mean, they're not very good at explaining what they do. I mean, it's well and good conceptually for people who are already familiar with it, but for someone who's trying to learn, and to see, okay, what does this look like with this service that's frequently not very well articulated. Deployment, okay, themes, templates, interesting. I'll bookmark that, I guess. I don't know. You know what? While I'm on this video also, I kind of want to do another search for static CMS. Let's see. CMS for static site generators. Okay. So CMS, static site generator, static site hosting. Maybe that's how it goes. Django templating based static CMS. Okay. That's not very many likes there. Let's do most stars. That's cool right there. Sorry, got lost there. Yeah, static blog writing content. That Gridea thing was really legit. A fast static site generator in a single binary with everything built in. Oh, that's right. That's what I was just looking at. Zola. Publi is a desktop-based CMS for Windows, Mac, and Linux that makes creating static websites fast in-house. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. All right. I think that's probably the last one, really. The others were the same. You already looked at those. Even for beginners, get Publi. New static CMS with GUI to build an extremely safe, fast, and stylish HTML website. Publi is a static website building tool for every skill level from beginner to developer. Posts, server, themes. Create beautiful websites. Yes. Yes. Publi is a part of the Open Collective, open source technology, Electron and Vue, I guess. Free to use. Okay, sweet. That's pretty sweet. Definitely got to bookmark that. So how was it articulated again? So basically you get a CMS, then you get a static site generator, and then you go down, then you go to static site hosting. Some of these CMS might be GUI to build an extremely safe, fast, stylish. So yeah, it seems like it is a generator. But it also sounds like Netlify. So Netlify, Gridia, and Publi. Let me arrange my. Let me just open this in Bookmark Manager. Publi up here. ViewPress, and then what was it? Netlify. These are the biggest ones. And then Gridia. Okay. Might have to consolidate some of that stuff soon. Okay, so to summarize, we saw a lot of site generators. There's clearly a lot of things that are called site generator. This one is wild too. Really got to look at this screenshot to code. That's crazy. And that other service that's built on Floyd Hub. And then Pelican, Jinja is related to Pelican, Metalsmith. And then Lector was a content management system. That was really what turned us on to this static CMS concept. And then Zola, and finally Publi. The big three that I really want to look at would be Netlify, CMS, Gridia, and Publi. I don't know why I'm saying Publi. So very interesting stuff. That's pretty much it. And I guess this would be along the topic of just static CMS, static website CMS platforms. So make sure to check the information below this video. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you later. Bye-bye.